Welcome back, everybody. My name is KC, and welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore. And look at this. I have all this open space ready to build my castle. So, you know what we're gonna do today? Work on this tunnel. I haven't really been doing too much with this whole project for a while, mainly because I wanted to get some other types of items, make it a little bit more spruced up, I guess. But my plan for this whole thing, if you saw last episode, was to kind of transform this mountainside. It's not unlike here. I've got a little bit more work to do along this edge and obviously over here, and that's eventually going to go all the way around this mountain range. When I do come through this area, I just don't want to have to fly over the mountain every time. I do want some kind of walkthrough, even though I probably will fly over every time. But I want it to be cool enough so that when I come through here, it won't be just a pain, I guess. I want this to be one of the highlights of the world so far, right before we get to our first mega build that I haven't even started. Anyways, first thing I gotta do, I would like to make this just a little bit wider and a little bit taller. So I'm gonna start with that and we'll see how it looks after. Alright, so we are all done clearing. Now I would like to just kind of measure this out because I do have a plan for this hallway. My plan was, and I did mention it a few times ago, just have some statues. Although I do want to measure them out and make sure that they are going to fit in these dimensions before I go too much further. Just make sure that I have enough height. Because if not, then I'm going to have to raise the roof a little bit, because I don't want to replace all of those grass blocks over there. So I'm going to do a little test building off camera real quick, and then we will see if I need to do more excavating. So I did a few designs in a creative flat world, and I'm thinking that they're just a little bit too tall, but what I can do, so that I don't have to take another layer out right now, I'll just dig into the wall, which is what I was planning on doing anyways. Probably like a 5x5 here, or not a 5x5, but 5 by whatever this is back there. And then I'll also drop the floor down a little bit so that we can just do a little bit more with each statue. Before I get to that and all that excavating, I need to do the rest of the hallway first, because I don't want to be dealing with mobs this whole time. That's going to be annoying. So instead of just going around and excavating right now, I actually did do a little bit of prep, and we're waiting right now for some tadpoles to grow up so that I can go make a frog light farm, actually, because my goal for this hallway over here is to kind of have like a statue, and then we'll have like an archway around here. Then we'll do, I know it's an inside cave, but I think it would look cool, kind of like a stained glass window sort of thing. And then maybe we'll do 3 of those, and then we'll do another statue, and then we'll repeat the process all the way down. But to do that, I need 1, glass, and 2, I need solid blocks of light. And I do not want to use redstone lamps. And I think frog lights would be good, if not the best. So I'm going to get to kind of mapping this all out. I'm not going to build the whole exit area, or not the exit area. I'm not going to build the whole statue area, but I am going to map out what I want it to kind of, the space I want it to fill. So I did all the excavation down in the tunnel area, and I thought I would get to work on building the frog light farm. So in order to do that, I need to get out some things here. Okay, so what I think I need to do, I think I need to break the bedrock right here so I can get up and down easy. And I did bring a obsidian for nether portal just in case. But what I think I need to do is mark these coordinates. -28, -15. And then throw the pearl right here. Perfect. Right in the corner. I need to break this piece right here, and in order to do that, I need to put down some TNT and some pistons. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this before. So first thing I need to do is put obsidian here, and then I need to put TNT there and there, and then I need a thing there. I need to put a piston there, and then a lever here. So the idea is I hit this lever, add a piston that faces down, and if I do it correctly, it should just get rid of the bedrock. So let's see if I can do it on the first try. Need to do this. I don't think that worked. Oh, it worked. Perfect. First try. So now we can get back up and down to this farm easily. And that should be perfect. Now I just need to add some ladders. And I'm going to go all the way straight down with this just so it's a lot easier to get up and down in the future. And I'll be right back when I'm all done. Okay. So now I can get up to the nether roof pretty easily. And now I need to actually recollect all of this stuff that I just put down and move it to I forget what the biome is called. It's the one with all the basalt. I think it's Basalt Delta. Alright, so we're gonna set up shop right here. Our area, hole thing, whatever is over there. So I'm gonna put down my things and we'll get going. Alright, so the first thing that I need to do is create the platform for the collection system. So I built this whole thing and I didn't do it with a tutorial because I think it's more fun to try and build these kinds of farms on your own, just because if everybody else is building something and you're just copying it, then why are you building it in the first place? And then I realized that I built it wrong because the large magma cubes could not fall down. So I'm gonna just skip to that part now so we don't waste our time watching me build a failed farm. But with all that being said, I didn't want to not share how I built this. So I basically just kind of updated it for a size that worked. The main thing being was the big magma cubes not falling through, obviously. So what I did is on the bottom platform, so the base, with all the stone brick, I made that an 11 by 11 platform. And then from there, I just added the iron bars up 10 blocks. From there, I added the plus. And that is 11 by 13 for each rectangle. And I used magma blocks because magma cubes are the only mod that can spawn on magma blocks, I believe. So I did 11 blocks away from the center of the build. And then I did 13 blocks parallel to the stone brick center. And then I just filled it all in, and I did that on all four sides, east, west, north, south. And then from there, I built a wall that was 5 high. And I used glass and more iron bars because I thought that looked cool, but you don't have to do it. I just did it for the aesthetic. You can find way cheaper ways to do it if you please. And then I put a glass roof on top so no mobs could spawn. And then the final thing I did is right in the center of the stone brick base, I'd put an iron golem up a few blocks just so the magma cubes would be attracted to the center and then fall down where I had the powdered snow where they could die, and then the frogs would eat the little magma slimes and create the frog lights. For the AFK platform, I just put it at Y254 because I was as high as I could go. And then my base platform was set at 150. So if you can see way down there, it's working. And it's working pretty dang quick. I finished the sorting system. Oh shoot. Finished the sorting system down here. And I kind of had to spawn proof it. I forgot about that part. But it is working. And just after, I don't know, 5 seconds, this is what we got. Pretty even. And in this one, I forgot that there's a byproduct of magma cubes, or magma, whatever, slime. So I did add a row of chests for that, even though we're probably not going to get as much as the rest of them. But I'm going to go AFK for, I don't know, a few minutes, just so I can get a stockpile going, and we'll check back in just a second. Just AFK'd for, I don't know how long, maybe like 10-15 minutes, and we've got plenty. Almost 9 stacks of each, and I know more is in the hopper minecart up there, but I'm not going to wait for them to filter out. I'm just going to grab 3 stacks of each, and that should be enough to get my build going. Alright, so I'm in here, I have my frog lights, and I am going to do a kind of a pattern with this, but not really. I just want to do green on one little hallway thing, and this is looking fantastic already. And I'm gonna do this all the way down just so I can have a little bit of light, and it kind of seems like you're actually walking through daylight, hopefully. We'll see. Alright, my disco hallway's done, and now I need to make it less of a disco hallway. I think I was gonna do stained glass windows, so I'm gonna try that out, see what it looks like, get rid of the skeletons, and figure out my next steps. I know I want to do kind of like I wanted to do more of a wooden kind of theme, but if it doesn't fit, then I'll have to come up with something else. So, it's coming along rather nicely. My next step is to kind of get rid of these corners here, and I think what I would like to do would be kind of add the, like, stone brick, and I mean, I don't think you can make just stone fences. I'll check. But stuff like that over in the corners. See how that looks, and if it doesn't look good, I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out. My original thought for the next part of this build was to work on the outside of the where the stained glass windows are gonna be, but I figure that might not look too good if I end up wanting to change the glass around, so I figure the glass is a bit more permanent, so I'm gonna try and do that first and see how it turns out. I've got a good amount of glass smelting with more on the way, and I can obviously get more if I need to, but I think this is a good enough start. So with this, my original goal was actually to kind of do like a pixel art thing, but with the shaders that I have on, which I have no intention of getting rid of right now, because it would show you guys how bad of a builder I am, I think that it would be best to kind of just put black stained glass over this, because then it doesn't darken it, I guess, but it does make it less loud, in my opinion. So I'm gonna do this all the way down, and it kind of does give a interesting look to it, but I think this is the correct way to go, because the stained glass that I was trying to go for, you just can't see it. So I'm gonna tinker around with it and try and incorporate stained glass into a later build. But for now, we're going to be doing black all the way down. And I think that might fit the vibe of this little hallway just a little bit better anyways. All Alright, so I got my design done for each of the little stained glass windows, and it turned out alright. It wasn't exactly what I was hoping to do, but now I know for next time I need to kind of change my design, or the preparation for the design, I guess. But I think it pulled it off really well, and it kind of made it seem like a rainbow, and I really like the way it looks as you're looking like from here. It makes it look like it is a stained glass window rather than it actually being a stained glass window. But before I finally get to these little statue areas, I need to work on this roof. And to be honest, I think I am going to raise it just a little bit. And in order to do that, I need to go up. Right about there. And I'm just going to go all the way down, and we'll figure it out on the way. So first things first, with the ceiling, I want to get rid of all this. And then this one can come out. Whoops, one more. Come on. And then here, we will go like this. There, we can go like that, and let's see, do I have any more of these? I do. Perfect. And we will go like this. And we'll do this on both sides all the way down. But in the middle here, I want to kind of do something a little different. So maybe we'll, because there's no light coming from these statue placements, I'm going to do something like a chandelier or something, or try my hand at it at least. I am almost done. The last clips were kind of, I wanted to do the time lapse of them, mainly because yesterday I was exhausted and I did not want to speak to anything. So that short little time lapse was just me building these little statues, and these are not my design. I know I say that I don't want to like steal ideas or anything, but these were really good ideas. And there is a couple of instances where I'm not completely done with them. I think I'm going to add, I don't know, something cool, maybe a diamond block or a netherite block in these guys' hands. We'll see. But now all I'm going to do is kind of texture these little outcroppings and add some more lights up in the corners, so it kind of makes it a little bit brighter. But looking down here, I think this looks awesome, especially because like it's like a rainbow kind of thing. I do like the gold a lot, the green a lot, and I think as you're looking down, I think the purple looks amazing. But I'm just going to do a few touch-up areas to these little statue things, and I think that we'll call it. So with these first two, I'm just kind of texturing them in. So with these first two statues, I just kind of wanted to texture in, kind of look like it looked like it was excavated a little bit, and there's just a little bit of extra rubble. And I did that on both sides, and I might add a few more details, but I kind of like how it looks so far. I just didn't want it to be a cube of stone. And with this one, I did use stone brick when I was just patching up the holes, because there was a bunch of water right here. And I'm thinking about it, and I like the idea of adding the stone brick into there, so it's kind of like there's a little bit more construction, I guess, or more structure. And yes, I know that these aren't even. Don't bring it up, please. Thank you. Have a nice day. But I like the idea of that just because it Makes it seem like there's just more going on, I guess. How did that form? I have no idea. Alright, and now I gotta do the other sides. And that should be fairly simple. And with the other, I think there's 2 more statues. I'm gonna do more and more, stone brick to show more sophisticatedness, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of what I was going for when I'm doing this. And most of this stuff won't even be seen most of the time, but devil's in the details, right? And now for this last one, I'm gonna get rid of pretty much all of the cobble. Maybe like a piece in each one. But I want this side to be mostly stone and stone brick for the texturing, mainly because I think that would be silly of me not to. And as I'm building this last little bit, I kind of wanted to just throw in there, we hit 100 subscribers, which I never thought I would do, mainly because this was kind of just, my friends called it a passion project, which isn't not true. Although I never like wanted to do this like as a kid. I didn't want to wake up and be like, oh, I want to play video games for a living. I wasn't one of those kids. I didn't know what I wanted to do, like most people. But I'm happy I picked this up, and I'm happy you guys are kind of still tuning in and watching even after 6 or so months. I think we started in July, so this would be month 5. We're about 5.5 months in, and you guys are still watching. Let me just place these silly little blocks all over the place. So I just wanted to say thank you for supporting, whether that be a like here, a comment there, or just watching. Pretty much everything has gone super well, and I'm very surprised I have not died in this world yet, to be honest, because this is my first hardcore world. I've done quite a bit in this world, considering I have no idea what I'm doing. And this thing has come to a close. I just wanted to say thank you once again for helping me to 100 subscribers. Never thought I'd get there. And I have no idea how far I'll go, but that just gives me a little boost in morale. All finished. I still have to do the entrances, but I don't want to do those yet because I don't know how the surrounding area is going to be, and I don't want it to be a burden. So I want to finish the cliff sides and everything first, and then we'll see what it's like, or see what we can do with it after the fact. And this little area is finished for now, but like I said, this is my first hardcore world, and actually this is the longest I've ever stayed in any world at all. So I know there's tons of things that I can do, but I don't know what to do all the time. I know there's like some farms that I can make with creepers and all that to just try and get some infrastructure up, so maybe I'll work on that next time. But if you guys have anything that you want me to do or get my take on, please drop a comment down in the comment section below, and I'll see what I can do about it. But this is not a bad start, especially because I am not the greatest builder before this whole series started, and I think I've gotten a lot better just by trying new things. But I am on day 603, and I am very happy with the progress we've made so far. All of this just from 5 months time. And like I said, when I started this channel, I was playing this game anyways, and this is just something I do on the side for fun. I figured it might be cool to record it, and thank you for coming along with me. But with all that said, my name is KC, and thank you for tuning in. Peace.